Perfect.
Hey, Michael.
Hey,
Welcome to MetalKaoz. How are you, man?
thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. How are things in Germany?
Uh, Maybe you can see the sun is shining.
Well, yes, it's bright.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it because the last days or weeks were awful because it was always raining here in Germany, and now we are enjoying the sun, which is really cool.
Well, I wish I could say the same thing about Chicago, but the weather has been a little bit crappy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, that's fine. We have to discuss about good music, and that's all that matters, right?
Cool. Yeah.
So let's start right away. So in the press release, there is a quote from you that reads, "With the Hellish Joyride, the band stretches the boundary of power metal even further." So can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, on this new record, we have a song called Saints and Sinners, which will be our second single coming out next Friday on August the 18th. And this song is a kind of, it's a speed metal song. We never had those kind of songs on our previous albums, so it was the first time for us to record or compose and record this kind of style. And on the other hand, we have on the record two ballads, Something Good and You're Not Forced to Stay. This is also something special because, I mean, on the first three albums we did, studio albums, we only had one ballad in total. So now on the new record we have two, and real, yeah, not. I wouldn't say that these two songs are typical hard rock or metal ballads. They are very personal lyric wise, and so yeah, that's what we meant with these boundaries of power metal.
Although maybe I can say that the Unity have softened up and write ballads now instead of power metal. Although I cannot really say that because, as you said, Saints and Sinners is the fastest song you wrote. So I'm not sure right now. I'm confused.
Yeah. I mean, this is the let me say problem with the band, because when you listen to our music, it's not like this. It's always like riding a roller coaster. You have fast songs, you have mid-tempo songs. Now you have two ballads on the album. So we have a really, we have a variety. Let's call it this way on the album, and I like it because some albums, when you listen to the first song, sometimes you know the other songs as well, and that's what we want to avoid. But no, it's not right if I say that we want to avoid it. It's something that happens naturally, as we have 6 songwriters in the band, and everybody has his own influence. Yeah, his own influences and his own way of writing music. And in that moment, when we come together and play, let's say, the idea of Henyo or the idea of Steff or Mai or whatever, in the moment everybody contributes to the song, it sounds like the unity, and this is really cool. I like it.
I think what you meant to say in the beginning when you didn't want to use a specific word is you don't want to paint yourself in a corner, right? And say, okay, it's unity, the unity, they will play that style, period.
Yeah.
Now, that's something, unfortunately, we see that in metal, right? You see a band name and immediately you don't even need to listen to the music, you know what's going on. So
yeah,
yes,
that's true. It's not a bad thing actually, but it's nothing that we want. We all have, as I said, different influences. Some of us love the purple, white snake, rainbow stuff. others like more Priest and Maiden, some like it all, but we all have different influences. But what we all have in common is that we really, really like Pretty Mates.
Ooh,
and
good.
You know Pretty Mates?
Of course, man.
Of course.
Yes.
I'm not sure, because I mean they are not a big band, actually. I mean, they have a strong fan base, but they are not huge, really huge. I know our singer Jamba from the Unity is from Italy, and he says nobody in Italy knows Pretty Mates. So that's why I'm asking you if you know Pretty Mates. Yeah, but this is something that we all like, and also Pretty Mates has this same approach of writing music and making music. They have sometimes this really, really heavy stuff, and then they have a really cool ballad. Why not?
Right. Future world, man.
Yeah, future words. Perfect.
Oh my goodness. Great. So when did you start working on the Hellish Joyride? And I'm asking this, and I want to tie that with when Tobias joined the band, and how, when he joined the band officially, right? Because he helped the Unity during the Rhapsody of Fire tour. So
Yes.
first of all, was this a long period to test him?
No.
I'm joking, man.
Yeah, I know. No, you know, we had some shows or this tour where our former bass player Yogi was not able to join us. And so we had to find someone as a substitute. And you know, in 2017, when our first album came out, we were invited by EDGUY to be their special guest on their European tour, which was a big chance for us, because EDGUY are really big in Germany. They have like, yeah, a huge crowd every night. So it was a perfect chance for us to introduce the people to the Unity. And we noticed that Tobias, that he always joined us when we were doing our sound check. And one day we were on stage doing the sound check, and all of a sudden we all heard a guitar playing from somewhere, playing a riff from one of our songs. We were all on stage and nobody was touching his instrument. So it was not us playing a song from us. It was Eggy, it was Tobias. Yeah, and he came on stage with the guitar and he played that riff, and we say, hey, wow, this is so cool. And then we played that song during the sound check. And later on, when we had when there was a show where our guitar player Stefan couldn't join us because of health problems, but we didn't want to cancel the show because it was just, let's say, 1 week before the show.
Okay.
And then we said, okay, what can we do? We don't want to cancel. We need someone to play guitar. And we remembered, of course, Tobias. And he joined us. And we played the show without really rehearsing. So it was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we had the offer to play the tour with Rhapsody of Fire, and our bass player was not able to join us. And there was the same situation. The first show was in the Netherlands, and we all went there. And Tobias also came on his own with a train, and he came late. We didn't even had the chance to do a sound check, and we went on stage, played the show, and that's it. We didn't rehearse.
Wow.
And so when Yogi left the band in last year, in spring last year, we asked Eggy to help us out, because Yogi left the band, and a few weeks later we had to play some shows. And he was so nice to help us out. And then, yeah, I mean, it was the obvious choice to ask him if he wants to join the band. And yeah, he wanted.
Going back to my first question before that, how long did the working on the album take, and if Tobias was involved in that process?
Yeah, he was. I mean, there was not a certain day when we started to work on the album, as we all constantly working on ideas.
Okay.
So, but okay, yeah, there was the day when we said, okay, we have the offer to play this Primal Fear tour. Let's have an album, and let's start to work on the album. And that was when Eggy was already in the band, and he already contributed one song, which is called "Stay the Fool." He wrote the music for "Stay the Fool." So Yogi, our former bass player, was not a songwriter. He was an excellent bass player, but not a songwriter. But Eggy is an excellent bass player and a songwriter. So now we have 6 people in the band writing music, and this is really comfortable situation.
I was waiting for you to tell me that Tobias is playing the drums. He's also singing. He will become the unity.
Yeah, we have to be careful, because one day that will happen. No.
Cool. Do I hear some classical music in Saints and Sinners, or is just my ears?
No, that's right. This is Saints and Sinners is a song written by Ennio, and he is a big fan of this kind of music with these classical influences, and you can hear it. Yeah, it's obvious in the solo part, in the solo section. I like it. I like these extended solo parts. They last for, let's say, 2 minutes or something like that, and I really love it. We had it also in Gamma Ray a lot of times with these long solo spots. Steph, this is the funny thing, Steph is completely the opposite.
Okay.
He also likes playing solos and everything, but he, for example, wrote "You Don't No, You're Not Forced." No, yeah, he wrote "You're Not Forced to Stay," but I meant "Only the Good Die Young." That's the song.
Okay.
And this is a really short solos guitar spot. This is totally the opposite, but I like it. This is the variety we have in our music.
Right. And I want to say that in Saints and Sinners, I can hear some Gamma Ray for sure there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
We can hide it. I mean, Ennio is in Gamma Ray since, I don't know, 50,000 years. And so it's not possible to hide these influences.
Of course, man. And why shouldn't you? I mean, why should you? Why should you?
Yeah, right.
What's happening with a music video for Always Two Ways to Win? What's happening? Who had the idea to play? To win.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah, who has the idea of actually going to a volleyball team, right? It seems like this is an actual team.
Yeah. They can play volleyball. We can't.
Obviously. But, sorry, I shouldn't say that.
What?
That you cannot play volleyball.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Stick
right.
to drumming.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, when we did the video shooting and we were playing volleyball like this, man, it hurts. We had to be careful of not breaking an arm or something, or breaking the bones in a hand or whatever. And the idea was actually, I spoke to Steph, and he said, "Hey, man, let's try something different with the new single and the new video." For our first albums, we have tons of videos that we released, but it's always kind of the same. A band is playing in front of a camera. That's it. This is cool. We have really cool videos, I guess, but we wanted to try something different to get the attention of the people, and to present something different. We don't take ourselves too serious, And so Steph said, hey, let's play volleyball. And I said, hey, man, are you crazy? We can't play volleyball. We are not able to play volleyball. He said, yeah, that's the reason why we should do it. And first I said, no, this is a stupid idea. But then we spoke, we talked about it. And from minute to minute, I thought, hey, it's a good idea. We have a lot of funny ideas that we can bring in the video. And then I arranged the team, the female volleyball team, and they organized that we can go into the hall, into the the sports hall, and shoot the video. And I guess they did a good job, because I mean, the band was playing volleyball while the girls were taking our instruments and played.
Correct.
Yeah, it was a nice idea, I guess. And it's funny. I think it's funny.
Although still in my mind, I read the title Always Two Ways to Win, because while watching the video, I was thinking, there must be a twist at the end. The unity must win at the end. Come on.
But no. Yeah, that would be kind of science fiction. No. There was the intention that we are looking really kind of stupid, and why should we beat the girls? They can play while we can't. So no, it's okay that we lost the match.
Oh yes, absolutely. So you produced the Hellish Joyride, right?
Yes.
Why did you decide to produce the album yourself?
Because actually that's what I was doing on the other albums as well. Okay. We didn't mention it on the art, on the cover or whatever, but I always produced the albums. And as I'm trying, or as I'm trying to let's say, I'm running my own studio. It's a small studio, but I like to do this. I like to record different bands. I like to produce. I like to help them with their compositions and make songs better. I mean, I'm in the business since, I don't know for how many decades. And I learned a lot by doing a lot of mistakes.
Of course.
And so I can help bands not doing these mistakes, and help to make them better. And the people and the bands out there, or the people out there, have to know that I'm doing this kind of work. So my colleagues in the band of the Unity said, hey man, you're trying to increase your studio, and you're trying to make yourself a name as a producer, so write it on the album, write it like it is. It's produced by you, because that's basically what you're doing. And I said, hey, this is nice, so we do it.
But why didn't you mention your name in the previous ones?
Yeah, but no, because our band name is the Unity, and we are a unity. And we also not mentioning who wrote which song.
Okay.
Because in the end, it doesn't really matter. It also doesn't really matter who produced the album. It's just that my friends wanted to help me to get a little more famous in the scene as a producer, to get more jobs. That's
sure.
the main.
But at the same time, it helps, I believe, right, some of the listeners to know where this sound comes from. So it's not like you are being selfish. Oh, come on, you should. It's my take on that. You should share this information, and I'm glad you did on this album.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
What about the album cover? The album's cover artwork. Felipe did it, like he did the live album, right?
Right.
So did you give him anything? Did the band give him anything to work on aside from that?
Yeah. We came up with the idea. we had the idea to call the album the Hellish Joyride, which is absolutely, this is by the way, this is the first time that a Unity album is named by a song title. We never had that before, and we came up with the idea of naming the album the Hellish Joyride, and then we were thinking, how could we transfer that name to the artwork? And we came up with the idea of our mascot Dave riding a roller coaster and destroying the roller coaster, and everybody is screaming and in fear that everything will collapse, but he's enjoying it. So he's on a hellish joyride. That was the idea behind it. And Felipe liked the idea, really. He liked it a lot, and I think he did an awesome job, because we really like this artwork. It's really, really cool.
I was trying to zoom in the picture to see if I see the band members at the back, but no.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. But we had the idea of doing it, but to be honest, we were running out of time to go in those real details, unfortunately. But it's a cool idea. Yeah. In the band. Yeah.
So what I like with the album is there is optimism, there is positivity coming out. So how did you guys manage to pull this off after, let's face it, we had 2.5 crappy years, and honestly, right now things are not looking very good.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I mean, now we are allowed to go on tour again. I mean, everybody's allowed to go shopping without masks and without any other stuff you have to take care of. Like it's basically like it was before 2020. And I really like it. Sometimes when my wife and me are going to the shopping mall or wherever, I sometimes stop and I'm just happy that the people are there without masks and everybody's laughing and everything. But it's not the same as it was before.
No,
especially not in the music business, because a lot of promoters didn't survive. A lot of clubs didn't survive. A lot of people who worked as technicians or crew members had to find new ways of making money.
Right.
So now it's hard to play shows and to go on tour, because it's all really, really, really expensive.
Yes.
Now. Yes. And yeah, the album is optimistic. That's true. Because do we have any other choice? No, I don't think so. Who needs, in that bad time, who needs a pessimistic album? I mean, we are not doing grunge,
Thank God you don't.
Yeah, really, really. And always when I think back to that time when grunge came, it was
in the 90s, right? Oh my goodness.
It was bad time, really bad time. But okay, this is a different topic. But no, it wouldn't make sense to bring out a pessimistic album, because that's basically not what the Unity stands for. All in the bands, we are all really funny guys. We don't take ourselves too serious. We joke a lot with each others, and no, it wouldn't fit to the band to write songs about the end of the world or something. No, makes no sense.
I don't think right now we need that. And after all, as you said, we start going back to so it's nice to have power metal and metal in general blasting off our ears. But still, it's tough because you have new bands, difficult to make ends meet. But anyways, let's not go that, let's not follow that path. Okay. So as you said, you have the tour with Primal Fear, and apparently you will be playing 2 sets every night, right?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I started to prepare for this tour, let's say 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. I'm playing a lot of drums at the moment. That's now you can say, oh yeah, it's your job to play drums. Yeah, sure, but nowadays as a musician, it's not only about playing your instrument. It's also about doing business, social media. I was producing a lot, writing songs, but now I was focusing on playing a lot of drums. And I also went to the gym to get in shape, to get a lot of muscles or something. No, but you know, when you play, let's say 3 or 4 hours of drums, it's always the same, and you need something to compensate that for your body, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I will manage to play those shows.
So we didn't mean to sound disrespectful. I want to say, yes, I'm ready. And therefore, Primal Fear with the Unity will come to the States.
Oh man, that would be so awesome.
So
Really.
anything, anything that you can share. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's nothing that I can tell you right now, unfortunately. I remember in 2020 when the Unity album came out and the Primal Fear album came out, Metal Commando. We were supposed to go on tour. I guess it was with Symphony X in the States. Of course, it was canceled.
Yeah.
So I really hope that we will come to the States again as soon as possible. But unfortunately, I have no news at the moment.
Right. And after all, Primal Fear, it's the same situation, right? Primal Fear are close to drop a new album. Unity will drop a new album. Gamma Ray will... I'm waiting for...
drop a new album.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people ask me about Gamma Ray, and it's cool.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, sure. But you know, Kai is busy with Halloween at the moment.
Yes.
And so there's no time for him at the moment to work on new Gamma Ray songs. But I'm pretty sure we will do at least one more record in the future. I have no idea when, but we will, I'm pretty sure. And we already sent ideas to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, but we it started, let's say, 4 years ago and nothing happened. So I have no idea.
Honestly, as long as there is activity, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
so
I guess as soon as Kai is able to do it, he will contact us. But then, of course, everybody else in Gamma Ray has to find the time to do it.
And after all, you are involved in Seiko, right? Metallium, the Giant Void. So is there anything else that you are working on that I have not mentioned and you would like to say?
Yeah, you know, I produced and mixed and mastered an album from a band from Hamburg called Velvet Viper, which is the band from Jutta Weinhold, a female singer, 75 years old, man, 75 years old. And she's often called the female Ronnie James Dio. And I don't know if you heard stuff from her before. She was in a band called Zed Yago.
I know Zed Yago, yes.
Yeah. And I produced their latest album, which came out last month, I guess. And it gets really good reviews. Really good reviews. I like it. And you have to check it out. The album's called Nothing Compares to Metal. Right now, I'm working with a band in my studio, which is not a metal band. They're doing like Britpop. which is kind of new for me. And
Yes.
I'm really happy that they trust me, because I'm obviously the hard rock and metal guy, but also I'm open to other genres, of course. And that's what we're working, or what I'm working at the moment, preparing for the tour. Yeah. I'm a substitute in a band from Hamburg called Fifth Avenue. They parted ways with their former drummer, and they have some shows, and I will record some drums for them. Then soon an album comes out from a band called Stone Miller Inc., also from Germany, where I played the drums. A lot of stuff comes out where I'm playing on at the moment.
Oh my goodness. As long as it's not volleyball, keep doing that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I like it. I like it.
Thank you very much for your time. Have a safe touring. And like I said, I hope with either of those bands, you come to the States again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your interest, and thank you for this cool interview.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.